here now. And you know the fuck what? We finna eat off the flap. No smoking. Not right now, at least. And yeah, you feel me? Alright, check me out. I'm trying to look for fucking video. I don't know what to watch. I don't know what to watch. I don't know what to. I don't know what to. I don't know what to watch. I don't know. Oh, I know. Oh. This is the perfect time to go to the watch later list. Dun 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 dun. What can I find? Ain't no fucking way. Let me go to my fucking phone right quick. Cause this ain't no shit. I was trying to watch some shit. And I don't fucking see it on my watch later list. And I know I put it on my watch later list. But let me see. Let me go to my phone. Let me make sure it's in order on the phone. Cause it ain't, you know. Yeah, it's supposed to be up there. Why is it not up there?
Clean work completed. Recharging mode.
Huh. Okay, I guess I'm not tripping, guys. Okay. So, change plans. I forgot who made the fucking video I'm thinking of. And I hate that shit. Sorry, y'all. So sorry, y'all. That was probably a good video. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. No, I want to keep that conversation for another day. I ain't gonna lie. Keep that conversation for another day. Fuck. Who made the video? What are they called? I think Channel Awesome. Is it? It is. Okay, it is. Okay, Bob and Boom. Yeah, we ain't gonna watch multiple videos of him. We just gonna watch this one video and just see where it takes us. I'm sorry, y'all. So yeah. Yeah, we finna get settled. I know I gotta make me a bowl right quick. I'm sorry. I know I lied, but y'all, I got you. Leave me alone. Stop judging me. You bitches. You bitches. lemonade. It's not lime lemonade or kiwi lemonade. It's green lemonade. Of course I got that shit, cause you know. So, bruh, I got that shit, boy. They like some straight walk hard in that bitch, boy. I ain't gonna lie. Well, it took forever for them to make that bitch too, bro. I'm like, bro, am I waiting on the lemonade? What the fuck? How am I waiting on the lemonade, bitch? What are you putting in it? Like, really? That is the fucking question. There's some coldness in this bitch. I don't know why it's hot. What else gonna do? That's what I was gonna do? I hope that's what I do. Let me go check my phone right quick. Just. Stop. Y'all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Watch his live while hitting this shit. I was about to hit it once real talk. I'm not finna finish the whole bowl. Let you know that right now. I hit that bitch twice. Cause I literally came home. I literally came here and killed the bowl. Cause my main thing, I wanted to go to fucking Albertsons against Crab Legs, but that line was ridiculously long. So I left Albertsons and I went to Grace Hanks. So yeah. Let's get this shit. I don't gotta kill him. I'm a dumb. I was about to be hitting straight. Nothing.
I think I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it. Nah, I haven't seen it. I've definitely heard of it.
Disney knowledge taken with 5 bits. My favorite Ghibli films are
And it just got a little bit in here, so we're gonna work with that. I ain't gonna add the bud.
Haven't seen or have no interest in.
Check them out. Even if you don't like them, there's always something in there that's worth seeing. So yeah, I would definitely say see this video.
Mega, thank you for the 5 bits. Have you ever heard of the 1988 movie High Spirits, a star-studded quirky comedy, minor horror of an Irish castle pretending to be haunted to get tourists, only for it to be really haunted? It sounds like it would be right up your alley.
spend your Valentine's Day? Me? We took in a comedy show.
That is stupid.
Who are you? What is going on? I can see the future.
It's time once again for the annual destruction of goodwill Sony has built up with the Spider-Man franchise with Madam Web. Okay, so this is gonna come as no surprise to anyone. It smells quite bad. But the big question is it an enjoyable kind of bad? Is it the kind of bad that you can go see and have a good laugh at, or is it just boring? Well, let me tell you a story. This was released on Valentine's Day, and both my wife and I had to work, but she had a little bit of time off, and she knew I was going to go see a movie, so she said, oh, let me see the movie with you, and I'm like, you don't want to see this one, man. No,
you don't want to see this one.
You don't want none of this. She doesn't even like good superhero movies. She doesn't really get into comic book movies and stuff, but she just wanted to see it, so I was placing bets on when she was going to walk out. I was predicting around the 20-minute mark, because sometimes she likes bad movies, but I mean, for the most part, she wants to spend her time seeing something good, and we both knew this wasn't going to be good. She stuck around for the entire thing, and we had a lot of laughs. So maybe unintentionally this is a very good Valentine's Day movie. At least it was for us, because we had such a ball laughing at all the stupidity of this movie. Now, I will say, a lot of people are asking, is this like Catwoman? Are we seeing this year's Catwoman? I can't go that far. This is a little closer.
God is great, God is good. Let us know before it's free.
This episode brought to you by Avatar Braving the Elements, the podcast that gives you a deep dive look into the Avatar-verse you can't get anywhere else. Also brought to you by Factory, America's #1 folks for starting YouTube memberships. If you want access to a lot of polls, behind-the-scenes videos, and other perks, check out and see if you want to become a member. Or perks coming soon.
It's so sweet. Yeah. Won't you be so good?
Hello, I'm gonna stop. Got it, right?
We've done it.
Oh, wow.
By reviewing this movie.
You opened up a pair of dimensions.
I've used all my powers to create this.
I think I'm good.
What?
Yeah, I'm reviewing Across the Spider-Verse, which is one of the most amazing films in years, and I really don't have time for the usual stuff.
But we have like 20 lines here.
Yes, this was going to be the episode where I review on DiloStackx5's. There's just way too much to talk about with this movie. I really should just get to it.
Fine. But there will be dire consequences.
Dire consequences.
Okay, I'm just going to reverse the footage of you coming in and... Yeah, Across the Spider-Verse. As you've heard me mention in the past, Into the Spider-Verse was easily my favorite Spider-Man movie. Yet, I never did a full-on review of it. Part of the reason is everyone has said pretty much what I think. It's fairly self-explanatory why this film is so great, and I don't really have a ton of new things to add on top of it. But with Across the Spider-Verse, there's so much visual stimulation, visual information, and visual storytelling going on that I'm convinced no one reviewer could cover all of it. It is overload how much this movie throws at you, which in many films would be a bad thing. But every small detail in the foreground, background, corner of the screen, or center of the screen all ties into either its clever humor or themes and ideas. I was blown away when I saw this movie, and despite seeing it several times, I'm still finding new things to notice on each viewing. To me, this is what the word marvel was invented for, because this film is a cinematic marvel. It's my new favorite Spider-Man flick, and I'm gonna dive into why. So let's not waste any time.
Not even a little bit of time.
You need to go.
Dick.
Let's take a look at Across the Spider-Verse. First off, I love that even the opening logos has to utilize like 50 different art styles. Hell, even that little cloth text before the logos is pretty artistically pleasing to look at. Like, if you put that on a billboard and put soda under it, I'd buy that soda. The movie hasn't even started yet, and already I love this style. And we open with Gwen from the last movie playing the drums.
His name is Miles Morales. He was bitten by a radioactive spider.
It wasn't until I watched it back the 5th time that I realized while this is technically animation from the last film, it's done in the style of Gwen's world, using these melting watercolors and cold palette.
I didn't want to hurt him. But I did.
Even just the way it captures a person's mindset while making music. Thinking about the past, present, and future while the beat seems to create abstract but also distinct imagery is such a clever way to do both a recap and foreshadow of what's to come. And you're gonna hear me say this a lot, but pause the movie at random moments and just appreciate the layout. A lot of this flies by in literally milliseconds, but because of that, you feel the effort and artistry snuck in on both a conscious level and subconscious level. I can't think of any other movie I can just randomly pause and be blown away by what I'm looking at. It turns out she's drumming for a band that points out she's really just drumming for herself. And yeah, I point out all the Easter eggs, we're gonna be here forever. And she ends up quitting. As she goes home, we get an amazing mix of both verbal and visual narration as we understand both through the dialogue and imagery what's going on in her head.
In this line of work, you always find out with some act.
Oh,
You ever go somewhere when your mind is racing with a million thoughts and you see the real world but also all your dilemmas surrounding you? That's what this is doing. Spider-Woman, Miles, Peter, her dad, all these images flash in the background as time seems distorted, just fading from one location to the next. Some things are very clear, other things are very fuzzy. There's a lot of detail, but it goes by too fast for you to focus too much on it. It's also a cool touch that this art style is also mimicking the Spider-Gwen art style from the comics. And as you probably guessed, it looks spectacular. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm kind of low on jokes right now. I just still can't believe I live in a world where a movie this consistently amazing exists.
No. What did you do?
I just wanted to be special. Like you.
This version of Peter, I don't even think has 5 lines, but I am torn apart watching him die in Gwen's arms, and we don't even see her face through it.
Gwen? Who's Gwen?
It's secretly sneaking in that much emotion in literally seconds without you even being aware of it. You hear that, exposition dump movies? You don't need to just bad ADR your plot points. Goddamn, make us feel what's going on instead of just telling us.
Peter Parker, my daughter.
He made that reference, but he ain't do the fucking movie though. Fuck out of here.
Find the Spider-Man.
Slight conflict of interest, but hey, comic book movies. I think you could literally have a comic book character called the conflict of interest.
She killed your friend.
You don't know that.
I don't want to argue about this.
Yeah, I can tell.
This movie is doing what Ang Lee's Hulk was trying to do, where it has the layout of a comic book to display the heightened placement of people's emotions. Like, why just have a close-up here when you can have a close-up and a wide shot seeing both their reactions? In fact, I kind of like the father is further away, like he's more behind on information, but then she goes back to hug him, like she's taking a step backwards from her world to be with him. See, that's the difference between this and Ang Lee's Hulk, because Ang Lee's Hulk is Ang Lee's Hulk. This has much more of an understanding about why certain visuals are emphasized in comic books. The reason this wasn't shown in the UAE. Take that, country, not seeing one of the greatest cinematic achievements in years. Feel free to play Citizen Kane if young Charles looks a little too much like a girl at any point. You won't be missing anything.
I am the vulture, the pinnacle of man's genius.
Someone breaks into the Guggenheim Museum and it turns out it's a version of Vulture from a Renaissance art dimension.
Where are you from, bud?
This is so detailed. There's even notes scribbled around him the same way Da Vinci would scribble notes on his work. Also, I gotta respect a film that thinks Jeff Koons is overrated. But other spider folks start coming through the portals with music that, I don't know about you, but I just cream my jeans whenever I hear it.
That bitch said, cream my jeans. Not cream my jeans.
To me. And we're introduced to Miguel O'Hara and Jessica Drew. Did I mention, by the way, on top of this movie being a visual masterpiece, it's also funny as hell.
Stop saying that art museum for no reason. We're talking about it, aren't we?
I mean, it's no.
My hunch.
Goddamn these movies. I mean, I like them, but we could be getting these. It's pretty cool how Gwen uses the rhythm of her music with the rhythm of saving lives, as shown by the propellers next to her spinning her drumstick. Thus, Vulture is defeated, but Gwen's father discovers the truth.
I didn't have a choice.
Have you been lying to me?
I love how they change up the background during this talk with every edit back and forth. Like both their worlds are melting into something sad and unpredictable. I adore anime movies where the backgrounds give you happy emotions. And once again, all of these look like panels out of a breathtaking graphic novel.
You have the right
Jessica and Miguel Saber, though, and invite Gwen to join their legion of spider peeps, as it looks like her world here is destroyed.
Sorry, y'all. I had to take out the fries first.
That was all just before the opening credits, and this is the page of notes I took. Nah, I'm just kidding. And actually went on to the next page. I stopped here. This movie's too good.
The movie too good.
The American Society of Magical Negroes. Are we done? It's easier if I tell you. It's a secret society tasked with making the world a more peaceful place. What's the most dangerous animal on the planet? Sir, white people. Because the happier they are, the safer we are.
Wow, that is troubling.
Man,
Their newest recruit.
I can't even see that bitch.
Always my job to make
I can't even see that bitch.
It should be. Not according to my grandma.
That bitch kind of frozen. Yeah. If y'all want the picture, just comment on the video and
Anything is
we'll
possible
figure
when you
out
smell like
something.
Old Spice swagger.
It's dope though. It looks cool.
We cut to Miles Morales, who's supposed to be talking with his parents and counselor about future colleges, but he's too busy stopping a pathetic villain named the Spot. A villain Miles is so not intimidated by, he literally heats up a snack before fighting him.
You understand this is the fight of our lives. Sorry, just a second. No, go ahead, take the call.
As you may have guessed, the action in this movie is pretty amazing. And again, a big part of that is the animation style. As I mentioned in my Puss in Boots 2 review, the skipping of frames allows you to see more of a clear picture, so you can take in more visual information.
Right, where are you?
On top of that, unlike a lot of CGI films, this movie has a real respect for the drawn line. Don't get me wrong, the 3D animation is amazing, but 9 out of 10 times it's trying to look relatively real. Just some things about it are more exaggerated. Like, is this CGI or live action? Could be either, right? With hand-drawn animation, you're taking the most important part of something, all the complex shapes of reality, and reducing it down to its simplest form, a line. Hell, even a line is basically just a dot stretched out.
Bitch on the floor.
That's one of the reasons I don't mind rotoscoping
Why?
so much when it comes to
How?
hand-drawn. How much
And
of a
it's-
human
and it's-
being in
and
both
it's-
form
and it's
and
tilted.
movement can you capture
Bro, what?
with just a simple line and still recognize it as alive? That's amazing to me. When CG often tries to
Whatever.
mix with line work, though, it either just moves around one drawing like a puppet, or it just puts a solid line over a CG model. It doesn't usually feel live, isn't that artistically pleasing to look at, and just doesn't have the same effect as hand-drawn. The lines in this movie, though, despite it being CG, do emphasize the most important parts of the character's form and movement. And on top of that, they also have beautiful shades of color in them, like a beautifully drawn comic book. This and its predecessor have a masterful understanding about why the drawn line is so important, and a brilliant
tastes
technique
worse.
about
I
how to
ain't gonna lie.
combine it with CGI.
It's good. It's a good
I know I
lemonade.
said I wouldn't point them all
But
out,
it's
but
not
I just noticed they
bet-
go from a sudsy
better
car
than the
wash to a
original.
coffee shop literally called Foam Party. Not an amazing joke, but somebody thought of it. I
should be
wanted to know.
expecting that, though.
I see you. It's better than this one, considering he clearly should have been playing this version.
Escape.
Stops the spot for now and puts a solid line over a CG model. It doesn't usually feel live, isn't that artistically pleasing to look at, and just doesn't have the same effect as hand-drawn. The lines in this movie, though, despite it being CG, do emphasize the most important parts of the character's form and movement. And on top of that, they also have beautiful shades of color in them, like a beautifully drawn comic book. This and its predecessor have a masterful understanding about why the drawn line is so important, and a brilliant technique about how to combine it with CGI. Also, I know I said I wouldn't point them all out, but I just noticed they go from a sudsy car wash to a coffee shop literally called Foam Party. Not an amazing joke, but somebody thought of it. I wanted them to know. I see you. It's better than this one, considering he clearly should have been playing this version.
Escape.
He stops the spot for now and shows up to the meeting.
Can't have your cake and eat it too.
Unless you make 2 cakes.
They actually bring up 2 cakes quite a few times in
Did
this.
you order the cake for tonight? It won't fit on one cake.
Did you even see the cakes? See you later. With the cake.
I'm just calling it now. They're gonna do something with 2 cakes in the final one. This one's good a metaphor. I don't care if you had to fight 2 cakes in the climax. You gotta do something with this.
Princeton University.
Well, where's too far? New Jersey's too far from New York?
Some say the scenes with the folks goes on a little too long, but hey, it does show the movie can slow down and pace itself. It doesn't always have to throw a million things at you all the time. It foreshadows what Miles is about to go through.
He never lets anyone tell him that he doesn't belong there.
The speech with his mom saying don't let anyone treat you like an outcast student, but it also hints that even in a world filled with unwanted anomalies, he'll still be an unwanted anomaly. And he can still utilize that as a strength, not as a weakness.
Ow, that hurt my tailbone.
Are you kidding me?
The spot escapes though, and this time both him and his father try to stop him.
You left in the middle of a fight. God, it was inconsiderate and super rude.
Again, slow these scenes down and see how amazingly put together they are. These are like Jackie Chan fights in animation. You just have to watch it closely to see both how creative and hilarious they are.
He's barely a little win. What you call me?
Want to see the one edit I don't like in the movie? That reaction was so quick, it was actually kind of distracting. How many frames even was that? Even for this film, that's stupid. I'm not nitpicking this to point out how bad it is. I'm nitpicking this to point out how perfect the rest of the 99% of this movie is. That's the one bad edit I could find in the entire movie, and it's only a few frames. Even when I try to insult this movie, I end up complimenting it. The spot finally reveals his backstory, saying he was affected by the Kingpin's dimensional ray in the previous film. Also, he was the bagel guy.
You hit me with a bagel.
At first I didn't like this because I thought the joke was funnier as a standalone joke. I did need it expanded on. But two things changed my mind. One, he's all about making holes. I like the fact that the guy hit with the bagel is all about making holes. In fact, I'm kind of wondering if he has anything to do with this parallel dimension too. Second, this means he literally started out as a joke to everybody. The whole film he wants to be taken seriously, but everyone sees him as a villain of the week. And honestly, he should be. Who the hell wants to see this guy as the main villain? We'll get to that in a bit though, as Baton accidentally falls into himself, literally kicking his own ass, finding that doing so can also allow him to pretty much go anywhere, including different worlds. If we mention the one edit in the movie I didn't think worked, here's the one joke in the movie I didn't think worked.
I'm literally splitting the fabric of space and time. You're acting like weird stuff like this happens to you all the time.
It's not even that long, but with this film's incredibly fast pacing, it feels like an eternity. Honestly, I'd be more down for it.
Hey, not sure how we got here. Has something to do with Spider-Man, I think.
Hey there.
Yeah, that's not a normal person to say here. The universe is a Lego universe, obviously a nod to the producer's earlier works. If you don't believe me, the person who animated it is actually a kid who did a Lego version of the Across the Spider-Verse trailer, and they liked it so much, they actually hired him to animate this scene. Well, Lord and Miller, here's me in a Spider-Man outfit. I gladly accept your invite to be in the next one. Gwen appears catching up with one of the only people she considers a friend, even though Miles clearly sees her as more of a friend.
Missed you too.
That is until I saw you in the suit, and now I want nothing to do with you. She tells him about the Spider-Verse, looks after all the other dimensions with spider people in it, but really she's looking to see if there's any leads on catching the spot, as his abilities are allowing him to figure out how to jump to other dimensions.
Maybe some things are supposed to be just for us.
It's pretty hard to do a romantic Spider-Man scene as visually iconic as the upside-down kiss, but this one's pretty damn close. And again, it does have better lines than...
I think I have a superhero stalker.
Remember the good movies, remember the good movies.
In every other universe, Gwen Stacy falls for Spider-Man.
Yeah, we know. And there's of course plus complication in their relationship, and it doesn't help that the other arachnids aren't for it either.
He can't be paradise. I'll never see him again. Goodbye, Miles.
Whatever our Spider-Man spin-off may bring, we know it can always be worse.
What are you doing?
It's a nightmare. Disgusting.
You remember watching Avatar: The Last Airbender with all your favorite characters, Aang, Katara, Ahsoka, Zuko? D7 every Friday on Twitch. I've never played a Final Fantasy game before, so I'm excited to see what they're like. Hope to see you there. Miles follows Gwen into the portal and we're transported to a dimension where Spider-Man is indeed. Like the previous film, this movie is very good at getting us familiar with the other Spider-Mans and making us instantly like them.
This is where the traffic is. This is where the traffic is. This is also where the traffic is. This traffic here too. But this is where the British stole all of our stuff.
Oh, so it's like LA, except they steal all the British stuff. Seriously, how are they making it so I can follow this action? I should be lost at whip number 3, but the layout is so good. It's like the world's fastest but clearest GPS for punches. We're introduced to Spider-Punk, the like punk itself I almost hate, but then they just do those extra 1 or 2 things that make him so goddamn badass.
I hate AM, I hate PM, I hate labels. I'm not a hero because calling yourself a hero makes you a self-apologizing narcissistic autocrat.
Also, damn it, I thought Spider-Man Noir was the world I wanted to see get its own movie, but that might have been dethroned. However, the Spot levels up his powers even more, causing Miles to have a vision. Again, I know this is like the 5th time I've said this, but slow this shit down to see how much they're getting across without you even realizing it. It's like not only are there parallels for what's about to happen, but also shown the same way Miles should have been taken more seriously by his peers, Miles should have taken the Spot more seriously too. And in fact, they are more connected than Miles originally thought. And the fact that both of them were affected by the same dimensional ray, I don't think is on accident. It's almost like that's what allows them to break the rules of traditional storytelling as well as they do.
What was our future?
After saving the city from a giant sinkhole, as well as saving the father of Indian Spider-Man's girlfriend, the other spiders show up to stop the world from crumbling, as a canon event has been disrupted. What's a canon event? Well, Miles is invited to Spider HQ and of course introduced to a ton of cameos.
Video game guy.
I love video games.
Another video game guy.
Are you sorry?
See, 40 minutes ago, that's how you do it. He's reintroduced to Peter B. Parker, who's now a parent, and brought to Miguel. He's the leader of the Spider Troops, making sure events that are supposed to happen always happen. Like a person always getting bitten by a spider, showing up in a Spider-Verse movie, even when some should clearly be making 3 more seasons. And of course, having someone close to them die. If any of these are broken like Miguel did once, their whole world would crumble like his did. Miles, as you may have guessed, is supposed to watch his father die at the hands of the Spot.
If not for Uncle Ben, most of us wouldn't be here. All the good we did, it wouldn't have been done.
It is interesting asking the question, can Spider-Man still be Spider-Man without some sort of
I
tragedy?
think I just one piece of toast.
Honestly, at first I thought this was a major problem with the Holland movies, but they eventually worked a little backwards and balanced it out. Miles, of course, doesn't want his father to die, but Miguel says it's for the greater good.
Please understand, I didn't have to save my father. I'm not asking.
It also doesn't help that apparently Miles is already a bit of a non-canon event, as the spider that did it is actually from another dimension called Earth 42, hence why the number 42 popped up so much in the previous film.
I was never supposed to fight you! You're the original anomaly!
I don't like this because it shows the battle between people who obsess over things that are canon and others who just want to ignore it. We've all seen fans who shoot down a cool idea because it's not canon, but we've also seen writers ignore the canon completely, missing the idea of what a character is all about. With so many different versions and interpretations of Spider-Man over the years, this really is one of the most perfect characters to execute this with. Miles escapes and we have a fight scene that's just as funny as it is creative. Okay, Spider-Man Noir, Punk, and T-Rex definitely need their own movies. He escapes to the teleporter and convinces the person in charge to send him home, which is a little Rouge to like he flirted with her a little bit, and now she's a rebel? I don't know. And because Gwen pushes back and says Miguel might be wrong, he sends her back to her world as well. A staple said every day in Congress. This forces Gwen to finally confront her father.
Arrest me.
I can't,
Why not?
because I quit.
When?
About halfway through the picture.
The movie's already over 2 hours. This is a good way to speed things up. Gwen realizes if she could alter her father's death, maybe Miles could alter his father's too. But Miles quickly realizes he's in the wrong dimension, as his uncle is still alive, his father is dead, and there's another Miles who never got bitten and turned out to be the Prowler because of it. That's right, the machine sent him back to the world of Earth 42 because that's the DNA the spider that bit him left in his blood.
Trust me, I know you don't want to be the problem.
So I'm not gonna lie, I thought he punched Miles' brains all over the room.
Nice knowing you.
He just punched above him though, and as the spider posse searches for Miles, Gwen builds a team from the previous movie, and the Spot vows to get his revenge by killing Miles' dad. An amazing cliffhanger leaving Miles helpless. Except I guess he's not. Okay, admittedly, this is a weird place to end it. Like, how will Batman get out of bed? Probably the Batarang. But maybe not. But probably the Batarang. So, isn't our nitpick? And yeah, I think it's clear the father probably won't die in the next one, and that Miles will find a workaround while also showing Spot the two of them are similar. That's my personal guess. But whether I'm right or wrong on that, I just saw one of the most amazing movies I've seen in years. It's rare I use this term, but it is insultingly good. It's a movie that makes me ask, in a field where films are incredibly hard to make and get funded and make financiers and audiences and the director happy, why can't more of them be this good? I know it sounds like an oxymoron, and it is, but the film kind of is too. You know those shows that have, like, amazing intros, like some of the most epic animation and visual storytelling, and when the show actually starts, the quality drops a great deal? This film is like that intro lasted 2.5 hours. You could watch it a million times and still miss an amazing detail, a phenomenal image, another layer to the story and characters that makes them work on even more levels. It is so in-your-face and bombastic that it's actually easy to miss all the subtleties slipped in that deserve just as much attention. At a time when a lot of people say not only superhero movies, but film in general is missing the excitement, cleverness, and passion to thrill people, I say, in all seriousness, the future of cinema, Spider-Verse. And yeah, sorry I couldn't do more of the crazy stuff like I usually do around here. There really was just too much to talk about.
You will be sorry.
Yeah, for we've had our devil friend here enact a curse on the studio.
No, Kenneth.
We're gonna make sure that none of you ever go there ever again.
You know, I think I'm okay.
Okay, don't got on that.
What?
Shady ever since the tornado hit the studio. It took forever to get the damages from the tornado fixed. I'm like 100% convinced they're fixed. This literally happened this week just from rain.
Well, you know, ants.
I think I'm good moving somewhere else.
You don't even have another studio.
Yeah, it'll take some time to find a new one, but I think it'll be worth it to get away from you all.
Huh. Could it be that our couples counselor is right, and our need to push people away is actually pushing people away?
I don't know. That's our couples.
You will rue this day, critic.
Well, looks like we'll be filming at home for a little bit. As is the theme for the past couple of years. You hear that, Chaplain? I'm gonna be filming back at the house for a while. Did you ever leave? Very funny. What is? I'm a nostalgia critic guy, remember? So you don't have to. Always try screw before you run.
I don't need another goal right now.
The world is full of health
I'm about to
experts.
get off
It's
my
time
mouth,
to
dog.
synthesize
I'm
one of
full
these
of
formulated with B vitamins to help convert food into fuel. It's
Full of
science
food,
that matters.
Whole some bread. There's some stuff like a turkey. What? Not stuff like a turkey. Oh, you know what I mean. I will kill you if you bang the word on me.
What's that?
A parallel universe gun from the wardrobe room.
Sounds right.
I figure since we're reviewing No Way Home, it'd be cool to see what we look like in a parallel universe.
But isn't that a sheet that says don't do that, though?
Great, put that there.
Oh, by all means, light it up.
Hey, Malcolm. Hey, Tamara. What in God's name are you doing?
We found your portal gun.
Yeah, we figured we could find different versions of ourselves for the Spider-Man review.
Now, you don't need to do that. In fact, don't do that.
Hey, why are you so concerned with us using this?
Yep.
Asteroid Strikes Back asteroid field sequence more than 50 times for pointers, and you still